Hello, encouragers. I'm Rebecca Scott, wife, mother of 4, author, and owner and designer of Rebecca Scott Designs. I'm here to encourage you, to make you feel that I can do this spirit each and every day of our awesome journeys to fulfill our many important roles. I believe we are fully equipped to execute, and I will provide as much knowledge, practices, and systems as I can to help you understand just what I know you can do. Execute. We got this. Hello, encouragers. I have a secret to share with you that will seriously launch your business to the next level when you follow this. I want to tell you about my one plan that 5x'd my business. It's a really boring word, but believe me, when I tell you about how awesome it is, you'll be on the same page as me. Marketing can be a dirty word. You think it's easy, but yet it's so involved. So I had to break down for me what marketing and planning has done for me so that I could share with you why I believe my marketing plan has 5x'd my business. I am creative. I want to create and then sell it. Like now, like before I work out any kinks and before I know it will fly, I want someone to have it and enjoy it and have this moment of creativity with me right now. So I did that for about 6 years. And then I got to selling these awesome creations a little bit faster than I could produce them, and then never had time for new designs because I was still making the older thing I was creating. And when a holiday would come up, I wasn't ready. So that meant overnight work and more hassle to photo and quick load it and then sell it. And I know it wasn't my best version of it because I hadn't even tried it yet. And I hadn't planned. I do know what it is like to create. The process can be messy, exhilarating, exhausting. And once you have come to a stopping point, you want to ship it and get the warm fuzzies you deserve and the cash flow you need to cover the next invention. So I have been there, and I made it work for about 6 whole years until the rat race was burning me up and hurting my family, but mostly my bottom line. I could not do this long term and still make enough money to justify the rat race I was in. I knew I had to come up with a solution. And after some reading and praying and coaching, I figured there had to be something about planning ahead with marketing. I wasn't a fool and certainly knew I needed to market better, but what I didn't realize was that marketing was just as much about the content as it was the planning. I failed to plan. I just created content around my new thing, but didn't plan out my new thing. And it began to wear on me and my team. They could only do so much with so little time until we were all frustrated, overworked, and overwhelmed, like a feast and famine situation. So plan, I did. I started with one meeting with my assistant every Friday afternoon. We would plan out the next week for email and content on social media. We briefly talked over the calendar and then priorities and any follow-ups. Then I needed to involve our social media gal because we hired her to keep up with things so I could keep creating at breakneck speeds. We started with 1 month in advance, and I started first with a planned staff meeting every 2 weeks. Even if you don't have a staff, even if you are a team of 1, I want you to plan a staff meeting. During the staff meeting, you will plan out content for 6 weeks, not just 4, so you can adjust in those 2 weeks if you aren't quite ready for something. This staff meeting kept me and my staff, which was 1 other at the time, on track and on the same page. I thought I would feel obligated or boxed in, but what I felt was freedom. Freedom to create as many things as I wanted, just with a plan to optimize the return on the awesome project. When I was communicating with my team or myself in the beginning, what I was creating, I began to naturally think through content and snafus. Do I have enough fabric for this? Do I have it on the website? Should I take a picture of it? Have I used the product myself? Where should I list it on the website? Who needs to know about this? New marketing, new area, new collaboration to go with it. See what I mean? When you can plan the details out, they don't stop momentum. They actually fire it up because you and your team will all be running the race, not just you. And the best part, it's not a sprint. It's an enjoyable jog with laughter, fun, and planning. So not everyone, but mostly you, feel more organized and ready to launch it. The most calculated plans are the most profitable. Here's how it affects the bottom line. If I created something new for, let's say, $100, and I finished it at like midnight, posted it at 1 a.m. because I'm so excited, with one picture and say, do you love it? Message me to buy, and then wait for sales. Well, there's no sale because it's 1 a.m. When they spot it in the morning, there are a lot of questions. Can I see more pictures? Only in this fabric? Dimensions? How many do you have? Can I buy this one? When will it ship? How much? How much can I put in there? On and on and on. So I make $200. I sell 2 of them. The rest are waiting for more details before committing. Stressed me out. It was supposed to be fun, but it ended up being a lot of work of details on the products and questions I didn't think of, paying staff to answer it and sucked all the fun out of it. Versus I create something awesome. I'm about to burst at the seams when I realize, no, wait. Staff meeting isn't on Thursday. Just add it to the agenda and talk through a plan to launch it. And then frantically text pictures to my twin sister and my mom with a hush-hush on it. Then, during the meeting, we chatted over when to launch, a blog entry to write on it, content surrounding it, like what inspired it, why this color, why this shape, the name of it, the dimensions, and the website info, and an email campaign alongside a social media campaign. Then we launch it 3 weeks later, so I can use it, work out the kinks, and make some more so I can sell them more at the launch to make people anticipate a new something. It's photoed, it's detailed, it's sellable, it's ready to launch. I sell 10 of them, 5 are ready to ship, and 5 are orders. That's $1,000. 5x, baby. That's a big difference in the bottom line. There's no stressing over the details, not as many questions about the details, and money in my pocket quicker from the ready to sell items to create another something. Boom! Because my company, 5x'd, has grown, we now plan out quarterly. That's right, quarterly. And really, for me, as the owner and as the designer, I plan out 6 months. Because I have to report to my team what I have up my sleeve for 3 months and immediately plan out the next quarter so I can plan further. It changed my creativity for the better. I now enjoy the rush and the planning and the anticipation that much more because I know it will profit me and I'm way ahead of the game. My creative juices have never had so much adrenaline and so much fun. And I thought it would be the opposite. I thought it would box me in, but it doesn't. Planning equals freedom. So a few times I do get to launch something fun and on the spot because after all, I am a creator and sometimes the burst is too strong to wait on. So we agreed I could have some live sales on Facebook and say I have 3 or 4 of these and then be done with it. I did do this with something during the Christmas season. It was a buffalo pad pillow launch. But even then, I learned a lesson and I didn't make as much profit. So I sold the pillows for $25. I didn't know any of the details other than the size of the pillow and that they were super adorable and that there was 4 available. But I should have sold them for $45 because when I did the math on my own, which was not a good idea to begin with, I didn't profit anything. I barely covered the pillows. So the planning even on that product would have been beneficial. Okay, so your action plan. I want you to start with 12 poster boards or 12 sheets of paper or 12 Excel columns, whatever is your jam. Think theme boards. Label each board or paper or Excel doc with the month and brainstorm for that 1 month or 6 weeks at a time if you must. If you seize up looking at the blank page, think, what are holidays this month? What are new creations this month? What are new colors this month? And, access your mass marketing ideas. What are the big people doing? What do you see on TV during that month? What are their stores posting right now? Think of their big plans. They plan 8 months in advance on average, right? So they're planning because they need to be profitable. I would trust their lead. Then when new ideas or new products come up, get your months out, whether it's your Excel doc or your actual physical paper, plan it out and write it down on that month. That month you want to launch it. If you want more details, plan out the 4 weeks in the month, or at least have 4 things to promote for each month. That way you get in the habit of marketing week by week or weekly emails, which would definitely equal more profit. I am telling you, this organizing of your business will serve you so well and be more profitable. Planning your marketing will give you less stress, less overwhelm, but more profit and more freedom. The more you plan, the more profit you make. Think of it like this: plan, profit, period. Very simple, encouragers. Very, very simple. Plan ahead. Plan, profit, period. We got this, encouragers.
Hey, Hey, encouragers! If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you've had the scene where you're crying because there's no way you can meet all the roles in your life, I've been there. I've so been there. But I'm not there anymore. And I know how you can get out of that slump and start executing on all the things that God has equipped you to do. You can pick up my book at equippedtoexecute.com, also on my website at shoprsd.com, and it's also available on Amazon. Thank you for tuning in, encouragers. Remember to subscribe so it's automatically on your phone, and please rate and review me. We got this, encouragers.